So you talked. I mean, you had a 20-year career in NFL, a very storied career. But a lot of athletes in the NFL, they get what, 3 to 5 years. I don't know what the average is, but maybe somewhere in that realm. Do you speak to some of the current players, and do you try to give them some mentorship?
Absolutely. In fact, if you think about the averages in the NFL and the longevity, if you make it 10, you win. That's the answer.
Is that
so
right?
if you get 10
Wow.
years in the league, and then if you get 10 million of workable cash, right?
Okay.
So if you get the
10
burn
and
rates
10.
off of 10,
Okay.
that's pretty good, right? So if you're a first-round draft pick, your average is 9. Second-round draft pick, your average is 7 years in the league. Third-round draft pick, it's 5 years in the league. So when you look at the longevity, it's really not there. So what you do try to tell them, and which I've been hired by the NFL as an ambassador to actually go speak to high school collegiate athletes and the NFL athletes. Not often, but because Troy Vincent was the guy that was utilizing my abilities, is to be able to speak to them in a way that, look, this is just a quick start in life. It is not a means to an end. If you end up with a 10 and a 10, okay, then you can reconsider, okay, I'm good. I can, burn to 3-4% a year annually on that 10 million and be pretty good as long as you don't have any debt. But as you look at what happens to a lot of the athletes and the averages, it doesn't happen that way. And the number one cause for their 78% of us going broke within the 2 years outside of the NFL, why is the statistic there? Is because culturally, most of us have never had any money. And we don't understand that $100,000 is a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's really not.
Because if you think about it, I mean, if you get 10 years in the league, right, and maybe you come out at 21, 31, pretty young man.
31. That's a long,
a lot more life. Right?
And
live.
the average is not 72, which is the same as everybody else's.
Right.
And let's say you live another 40 years. That's a long time for that money to last. So what you have to do is make sure that you stay married.
Yeah.
Because the number one reason for guys going broke is divorce. Second one is child support. Third is bad business decisions, right? And then fourth is not having a budget. I mean, you got to know what you're burning every month.
You're right.
And you got to know what you're going to be spending. And I've also sat down many of players and just said, let's go over your budget. Let's see what you're spending. I know what I'm spending. Let me show you. And I would show them, and they would go, "Wow, you spend a lot of money,
right?
You know,
keep it simple.
Yeah, but you
Your
just
budget.
have to, understand that when you step away, how much money do you need to be making to replace your current lifestyle based on what you have? And they don't understand
It's
that
funny
principle.
you said it. So analogous to business owners, because business owners, same thing. When they want to step away, how much money do you need in your next life, and what perks you get in the business that you run through the business you don't realize you have? It's a lot of analogies.
It's
between
very
the two.
similar. We're all our own little entrepreneurial and entities in the NFL. We have our own corporation, and we need to surround ourselves with good people, your legal team, your financial team, all those type of things.
That's a great mentality. I mean, athletes are obviously athletes on the field, but like you said, they're each their own little business. They got their own entrepreneurial story, and if they look at it that way, they can have the great success that you've had.
There's some
and
great,
continue to have.
Mike, and there's some great stories out there of guys that actually sought that counsel and have been tremendous.